Massiva, this is LaserBolt and welcome to today's video, guys. Today we're going to be diving into one of the skill tree abilities found within the Devastator. As you guys may already know, this Devastator has 3 different types of subclasses he's able to pick from. Today we're going to be breaking down the Vanquisher subclass, and this should give you guys a better idea of what type of weapons are probably going to be very fundamental with him, how you can make him into a tank, which is he's a very tanky character, and also why you should maybe consider running the Vanquisher as your primary subclass. But we're going to be breaking down everything when it comes to weapons, base damage, damage multipliers, and why you should definitely consider the subclass. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Now, before we do, I do want to remind you guys about our January giveaway. We're giving away 1 free copy of any game that you want for 2021 for any system of your choice. To enter and participate, it's super duper easy. All you got to do is click the pinned comment and be a subscriber to the channel. And that's it. You guys are automatically entered. So good luck to everybody's participating. The winner will be announced on the first week of February. Let's go ahead and dive in. The Devastator class is going to give you the ability of being able to pick 3 different subclasses: the Vanquisher, the Warden, and the Seismic Shifter. Today, we're going to be breaking down the Vanquisher and why you should definitely consider this to definitely be your primary subclass. It's going to be extremely important. Let's go ahead, pull up the menu, and show you guys exactly what you are able to actually get. Now, we've broken down the menu with just the Vanquisher subclass. We will be breaking down each individual subclass for each character in the game. So make sure you guys keep it locked here so you guys won't miss when that stuff happens. So let's start off with the first attribute, which is called Havoc. It's going to increase your weapon damage by 8%. So right now off the bat, we know we're not tied down to a specific weapon class, which is really good. As we move over here, it does seem to kind of lean us or pinpoint us to what type of weapon this subclass might be favorable for. So we have Shotgun Adept. This is going to increase your shotgun weapon damage by 12%. Really important to pay close attention to this one because this is going to mean that your shotgun is going to be doing a ton of damage. Next, we have Armor Breaker. This is going to increase your armor penetration by 10%. This one is not going to be extremely important at the beginning of the game, but towards the end gameplay, it's going to be really relative. So you might not want to spend points on this one when you get started, but you might want to save some points towards the late run. Remember, you could always respec in this game, which is what makes it really good. Next, guys, we're going to go to the kind of where we get the bread and butter. We already picked up 12% from a shotgun damage. Now we're able to get the Shotgun Master. Now this is going to be a master ability, which, as you guys know, in the skill tree, you get multiple master abilities, and I'll explain what those are. But this one is a master ability, which is going to increase your shotgun damage by 20%. If we add the 12% we just got, that's 32% just in the beginning portion of the skill tree. In addition to that, we're also going to get our shotgun's drop rate increased by 12%. That means the more enemies you kill, the more chests you open, the more likelihood you have of finding a shotgun. Then from there, guys, we have our increased weapon damage by 8%. Remember, we already picked one of these up. That's going to put us at 16. So far, weapon damage, we're looking pretty spicy. Next up, guys, if we go a little bit further down, you're going to notice that we have the ability to get this white portion, or white labels are the ones that allow us to jump into a different skill tree if we want to pursue that path. But I still like to recommend them within part of the skill tree because they are very beneficial. We have this one, which we currently don't know the name of, but it says some sort of cooldown reductions. It's going to reduce the basically it's going to reduce your skill ability. Then we have the other one, which is called Into the Fray, which is going to increase the damage mitigated by 20% for 10 seconds after your kinetic skill ends. Remember, it's going to be really important that you pay close attention to what abilities are being used, because some are going to have kinetic energy and some are going to have different energy. So you want to make sure, depending on what skills you're going to be using, you want to make sure you pay close attention to. So this is going to reduce your cooldown of your anomaly. I know that it doesn't say it right here, but it's pretty much your anomaly cooldown, which is your skill, your ability. And this one right here, it's going to increase your damage mitigation by 20% for 10 seconds after you use your kinetic skill. Remember, you got to use your skill first, and then you're going to be able to get that. Then we have weapon damage, which is probably going to be another 8%, which we should be looking nice and solid. As we move along here, guys, we have Assault Adept. Now, this is going to increase your assault weapon damage by 12%. So now we're kind of getting a better idea of what this subclass is going to what this subclass bread and butter is. It's gonna be shotgun and assault rifles. So if you love assault rifles and if you love shotguns, this is definitely a class to consider and a subclass you might want to make sure you pay close attention to. Then we have armor breaker, increase your armor penetration by 10%. Once again, guys, not extremely important early game, really important towards end game. Next up, guys, we're gonna go into the main stuff right here, where we get another mastery one, which is called kinetic charge. Now remember, kinetic charge means that it's only going to work with kinetic abilities, which are shown right here, very similar to the one we picked up on the white version ones of them. Remember, you want to use these abilities, which are going to be funnels, and you being able to levitate people up in the air. It's going to give you good stuff. So we have this one, kinetic charge. After a kinetic ability ends, remember the first one is after it starts, but after it ends, actually, was it after it ends? Let me double check here. Yeah, so both of them. Okay, so after your kinetic ability ends, it increases your weapon damage by 20% by 10 seconds. Really good, a really good way to you actually get a good buff. And you want to make sure that you're using the right ones, because some of these ones, for example, this one right here, is going to put that cipher in there and pull people in. So when it ends, almost everybody should be in a very clunked up area where you're going to be able to spray and pray a lot of enemies. Really good. Then we have Havoc, which is going to increase your weapon damage once again by 8%. And right here on the bottom, we have Heirloom Armor. That's this really good one. This is when enemies die in close range. Okay, that's going to be, believe close range is considered 4 meters. So just 4 meters. When enemies die in close range, 20% of their armor will be transferred to you for 10 seconds. So this is what makes it this class really tanky. And since we're using assault rifles and shotguns, we're almost going to be always in up close battle. So this should be one that you definitely invest points in, because of course, who's not going to want armor after every kill, right? 10%, 10 seconds for 20%. That's actually pretty good. Then we have Bullseye. Increase your critical damage by 20%. Really effective, since we're going to be up close. We're probably going to get those headshots with those with the shotgun, assault rifle headshots right here. Then we have this one, talent with this icon buffs range of weapons of a Technomancer. So we're kind of getting the idea that this is going to increase the damage we're able to output with both of our weapons, which either be a assault rifle or a shotgun. Okay. And then we have this one we don't know, but I'm pretty sure since it has the health icon right here, there's going to be a health increment that we're going to be able to get. So it's probably going to be us being able to pick up health when we kill an enemy. Then we have this one called, guys, which is another mastery assault here, or mastery ability, which is going to increase your assault weapon damage by 20%. So that's your AR, and assault weapon drop rate of 12% or more. Once again, assault rifle really, really predominant when it comes to this weapon. But you guys got to keep in mind, this is only if you guys are going to be using an assault rifle. This particular character has a really crazy skill tree, which I'll be breaking down later, that also may have you use another weapon. We'll talk about that once we get into the second skill tree of this character. But right now, assault rifle, 20% damage and increase of drop of 12% more. Who's not going to want more assault rifles, right? So far, we picked up extra assault rifles. We're picking up extra shotguns. Really good. Havoc increases weapon damage. Then we have this one, which is another kinetic energy, which is going to be affecting your skills. It's going to increase your weapon damage at close range by 15%. And then we also have weapon damage increased. We don't know the name of this, but it's going to probably be 8%, because usually that's how it's been incrementing on almost every single skill tree. Then we have dry them out, increase your weapon leash by 5%. That means you're going to be able to be pulling out that health from that weapon. Next up, guys, we have this one, which has a question mark. As of right now, we don't know what this is, but I have no idea what this is. This one right here is going to be an anomaly one. It has a question mark, so we don't know the name, but this is going to be part of your anomaly, boosting up your skill tree and probably pulling out some health off of your skill tree. The next one we have right here in the bottom is going to be called ammo stockpile, which is going to increase your ammo size by 50%. I'm assuming this one right here in the top, it's going to increase either your shotgun or your AR bullets. So I'm not 100% sure, but these two, we don't really know what those are. Next up, guys, we're getting into the bread and butter, because this is another, really, really important one, which is called Bounty Hunter, which from what I've seen of the menu, this one actually goes up here. So this one right here could probably be this right here. Okay, so that might be it. So Bounty Hunter, we have increased physical damage against elites. by 15% and reduce damage done by elites by 15%. So really important for killing bosses and really important for killing those hard enemies, because you're going to be able to increase your physical damage, and you're also going to be able to reduce the damage done uh, by them to you for 15%. Really good one right there. And then we have dry them out, increase your weapon leech by 5%. Once again, being able to get the health and keeping you tanky. Then we have armor breaker, increase your armor penetration by 10%. Once again, not that important, but if you're already at this far end into the skill tree, you're probably going to want to pick that up, because that means you're pretty high leveled enough to get that one. Then we have alter charge. It says when kinetic skills end, increase your weapon damage by 70%, guys. Now, I don't know if that was a typo within the skill tree, but 70% is crazy. And it's crazy because we're able to actually get more buffs from these endings. So from what we know is they do stack up. So theoretically speaking, we could actually get this one almost to 100% for 10 seconds when we get rid of when one of these skills ends. This one right here in particular, which is the one that sucks you in and clumps the enemies together. I mean, if we put this one right here and we're getting 100% weapon damage after it ends, it's going to be crazy good. If you guys want to know exactly like more in depth about the Devastator, I do have a video where I go over every single thing that you want to know about him. So make sure you guys check this out. Once again, guys, this has been our complete breakdown of the Vanquisher, a subclass for the Devastator. We will be breaking up his other two ones that he has available for you guys. So make sure you guys keep it locked in the channel so you guys won't miss our Outrider content. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys later.